Hi everyone, I hope all is well. I thought I'm going to do an impromptu dye session. Let's have a little bit of fun as tomorrow is new moon and the Chinese New Year. And apparently, according to the Chinese calendar, we're starting the year of the fire horse. So I thought, well, what colors represent a fire horse? And to me, I came up with chocolate, brown, orange for the fire, red and gold. Of course, these are all Ashford protein dyes. So I think brown, orange, red and gold definitely represents Firehorse to me. Well, that's what it says to me. And then the yarn that as you know by now, that I like to use is the African Expressions. And today we're going to be using 5 times 100 grams Soul sock yarn, which is 15% kid mohair, 15% mulberry silk, 50% merino wool, 20% polyamide, and it is 100 grams, 400 meters on a skein. So let us see how this goes. Also, I have the camera or my phone facing the other direction. I'm actually using the phone's main lens, because from the previous few videos I've noticed when I swap between the two, the colors are way better on the main lens than the front selfie lens that I've always been using. So I had to cable tie the phone to my stand to make that work. So what I thought I would do, or my plan at least, is I'm first going to put this is yesterday's leftover dye bath, by the way, where I mixed orange, brown and violet, and oh my goodness, does that look nice. What a nice combination is orange, brown and violet. So I'm first going to put some brown into the dye bath. I have my gradated pipettes here that I like to use, these plastic jobbies, and I have 5 skeins of yarn. So let's do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. That should be good. 21 milliliters of dye. That is approximately half a gram. And then I'm not going to mix it at all. As you can see, it's just lying in there. These skeins have been soaking for a while just to get them wet. I always like to soak them with some dishwash liquid. And then we're just going to bung the dye in, the skeins in. So let's just go for it. Loop, and in they go. Let's move them around a little bit. Make sure that they are all submerged. Let's not take note of the fact that I'm not wearing any gloves. Doesn't matter. Okay, in goes the skeins. Just squish them in. Let me rinse my hands. So far so good. And now let's put in some color. I'm just going to adjust the angle a little bit. There we go. There you should be able to see a lot better. The sound might now also have changed because now the speaker is on the back of your phone instead of the front. So now we've got some orange. What do I want to do? The orange I think we will put into a jug. Yeah, I don't want to add too much liquid. Because there is already quite a lot of liquid in here. So there we have 400 mils. Let's pour some out. 300. See, we're making this up as we go. 200 ml, that should be fine. To that we're going to add some orange dye. I think, how much did I put? 21 milliliters of that. Let's do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of the orange. Give that a little bit of a stir in there. Put the lid back on. And that we're just going to chuck on. Like so. Okay, now I think I'm going to do the same with the red. Again, we're about 200 milliliters. Let's grab the red here. Now the red, as you might remember if you watch quite often, I've already redone, so this is only a 1% solution. So I've done 15 milliliters, I've done 21. I want to do quite a lot of red. So let's do 40, I think. 40 milliliters of red. So let's go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, let's go 42, 45, and 48. Let's do that. As I said, we're making this up as we go along. So that is also approximately half a gram of dye. I'm just going to chuck that along here. More to the top. And now, before I add the gold, which will be in a powder form, I think I'm just going to mix that around a little bit, which I am going to put gloves on for. Just check the screen here. Yes, everything still looks good. Okay, now I'm going to have to work around the camera somehow. Let's see. Get those out the way. Give them a little bit of a massage here. Squishy, squishy. I am liking what I'm seeing. There is acid in here because, as I said, this is a leftover dye bath from yesterday. Okay, I like that. Let's rinse this off. So are we getting fire horse vibes yet? I think the fire will come when we add, let's just put these out the way, the gold. And the gold is in powder. So let's try and not overdo it, because that tends to happen when one works with the powder. As you know, I always like to open the lid over the work. Here you can get an indication of what it looks like straight out of the tub. It's sort of a very deep orangey color. Let's stir it up a little bit and let's go for it. A little bit here, a little bit there. A little bit more over here. Let's just do a few little sprays up at the top here. Some more in the middle. I feel this one missed out a little bit. And this I'm pretty much only going to leave on this one side. I'm not going to mix it around, just that we have some variation. Okay, that was the gold. Are we looking fire horsey yet? I think I do want a little bit more brown. Just rinse off the fingers. Here's my cloth. Gosh, and I can see this powder has gone everywhere. Don't know why I'm surprised. I did turn the fan down this time so it doesn't blow all over the place. Okay, let us add some more brown. I'm just going to rinse out this pipette. I think sometimes the projects that I plan the least tend to end up looking the nicest. I don't want to now shoot myself in the foot, and that doesn't happen. So this is the one I just cleaned, yes. So let us take another 3 milliliters. I'm just going to do a squiggle down this side and a squiggle over here. That should do. Let's not do more than that. And fire. Do we need just a little bit of yellow? Maybe. Let's get the yellow out here without knocking over the stand. Some bright yellow. That should do it. That's, I think, the little pop of flames that we need for the fire. Though I wonder if we shouldn't do the yellow on the other side. What do you guys think? Yellow on this side or yellow on the other side? I think the yellow should go on the other side. So I'm just going to take you off the stand. Oh, that's going to be tricky. And bring you a little closer. And then I'm going to start heat setting this, I think. And then when we can turn it around, I will then add some yellow to the other side. Okay, let's have a little bit of a closer look and a flyover. Yeah, I do think we're getting fire horse vibes here. So I added some more of the brown. As you can see, some of the gold is still in its powder form. So it still has some dissolving to do. Up at the top here was more of the red. And also you can see the brown stripes. And down at the bottom here, some of the brown stripes, which would make some speckles more or less. We'll definitely see what the other side looks like. Okay, so as I said, let's heat set this, and then I'll come back when it's time to turn it over.